It's an old school AFC West rivalry, Raiders and Chiefs, with some interesting playoff numbers on the line. We talk about it next on DJ Football. He's the NFL Network's Daniel Jeremiah. I'm Ryan Brown, and the show, DJ Football, presented by MyBookie.ag. Code next round when you sign on right there at MyBookie.ag. Get that deposit bonus up to $1,000. You make a deposit, they match it up to $1,000 at MyBookie.ag. Code next round when you sign on at MyBookie.ag. Code next round to get that bonus bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.ag. DJ, what is up, man? How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I was just looking to see, right, my front door is just to the side here, and I didn't know if that was going to be the Amazon delivery with my next round sweatshirt, but no, it doesn't look like it.
This is a hoodie, very lightweight. It's comfortable.
Look at that. It looks fantastic.
San Diego. You can't wear a hoodie in
It's
San
freezing.
Diego.
You want to know what the temperature is right now?
Down to 64 today.
It is cold. It is legit cold. Let me see what this is.
I'm in Birmingham, where it's normally, quite nice, and I think the high today is 50. It was 38 when I left my house this morning. I live in, what does that say? I can't see that far.
68. We're going 68.
You can't wear a hoodie in 68.
You said it was lightweight hoodie. It's lightweight hoodie weather out here.
Are you an old man? You're going to wear a hoodie when it's 68? You're gonna Piccadilly at 4:00 to get dinner too?
Look, the insulation sucks in this house, okay? It gets a little colder. It could be 65 in here. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know. When I bring up the Raiders, is this going to be PTSD for you? Can we talk about the Raiders for a minute? You saw them score a bajillion points against the Chargers the other night.
Yeah, every which way you can. 2 defensive touchdowns. They got a turnover on a punt they cashed in. It's some double passes. I mean, when you have a wide receiver that has 2 completions in a game, now you're just having fun. And that's what they were doing in that one. But look, the Raiders under Antonio Pierce, still alive and playing inspired football. And they're a team that, in these division games, even though it's Kansas City Chiefs, this isn't the same Kansas City Chiefs. I don't think there's that fear factor there. So, normally you say late in the year, Kansas City Raiders, this doesn't feel much like a winnable game for the Raiders. I actually think they could win this game, Ryan, which I think is going to give us a good competitive ball game here.
Well, in the event they do, at least gets them in the playoff discussion. Right now they're 12th. In the playoff standing, so they need to. I mean, they basically have to win this game.
Yes.
So let's talk about them before we get to what it means for Kansas City, and it's important for them as well. Aiden O'Connell took over. Obviously, you saw him play a tremendous game. Does this have staying power? I mean, we see this all the time. A backup, they'll play a good game or two, but once teams get the film they want on them, it's over with for those guys.
I saw him play twice this year. The first time Khalil Mack sacked him 6 times.
Right.
It was a nightmare. And then I just saw him hang 63 on the same team. So it is improved. I don't know how you can argue anything other than improved. He's playing faster, and that's something I think just getting experience playing at this level, the speed of the game, it's a real thing. He is playing a little bit faster, and they're not great up front, offensive line wise. And I think he's, they've mixed in a nice mix of some wide receiver screens, moving things around a little bit. Have to respect what they do in the run game, which is pretty varied. They do a lot of different things there. So I think that's all helped him. But I give him credit; he has really sped up his clock.
What has Antonio Pierce done? Is it just different eyes, different voice? Is there something he has done for this team, or is it just Josh McDaniel wasn't working and Antonio Pierce is just a new guy that the players seem to like?
I asked a bunch of people pregame there, like, what the heck, what's the difference? And keep in mind, I don't know Antonio Pierce. Right. I don't know Josh McDaniel. So I'm not like team one guy or team the other guy. I was just on a fact-finding mission. And they said it was like a parade when that decision was made. And it went from being a miserable place to be to everybody having fun and enjoying football again. And so I think that just took kind of a weight off people and took some pressure off, and it freed them up. And I don't know there's anything more than that. I don't know. You can say, they're calling plays drastically differently on either side of the ball. There's some strategic event that happened when this changeover occurred. I think honestly they have a smile instead of a frown. I don't know how else to explain it.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds simplistic, but I get it, right?
Yeah.
They've got a smile. I mean, it's a different work environment, and I
Yes.
think even the average Joe like us that is watching this show would, if you don't like your boss, you get a boss you like, you're probably going to perform better. And
Yeah.
sounds like that's what
I think
happened.
it's simple. I think it's pretty
Yeah,
simple, and they've been competitive. And the thing is, they let a couple get away from them,
right.
where they could be in a much better situation.
It is a Christmas Day game, by the way, Christmas Day game. If you're looking for this one, and it is the Chiefs and the Raiders. We'll talk about the Chiefs side of it in a moment. A reminder: the show presented by MyBookie.ag. Code next round when you sign on at MyBookie.ag, and they match your initial deposit up to $1,000. That is money you can use and use it right away. When once it is yours and yours forever at MyBookie.ag. Code next round when you sign on. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere. MyBookie.ag. Code next round. Also, manscaped.com. Right here in my hand, you'll find the Handyman. It is their new compact portable razor. Great for traveling, great for the home as well. The Handyman is available at manscaped.com. You can get that. The Weed Whacker, which takes care of the nose hair and the ear hair. The Beard Hedger, which I use all the time. And then the Lawnmower, which takes care of the full body, including the undercarriage. Great boxer shorts, male body products, all right there at manscaped.com. Since you are a rabid viewer, I would hope, at DJ Football, DJF20 is the code you'll get to save 20% off your initial order at manscaped.com. Code DJF20 at manscaped.com. There was a day where the Chiefs might lose a game, but you sure never went to Arrowhead and beat the Chiefs. And they have just lost that edge a little bit in Arrowhead this year.
Yeah, they have a flawed roster. This is going to be a busy off season for them up ahead. But in saying that, the defense is still really, really good as they've had in the last few years, even the championship teams. And you've still got the quarterback and the head coach. So while there's flaws and they don't have the weapons that they've traditionally had, they're not great at offensive tackle. They just haven't been as dynamic or as explosive offensively. Ryan, it's just they're going to be in the tournament, man. They're going to be in the tournament, and with that coach and that quarterback, it's just I don't know anybody's lining up to want to play them.
No, and you certainly wouldn't want to go to Arrowhead. Now, I don't know how many games are going to get Arrowhead in the tournament.
Yeah.
At least one is a division
Yeah.
champion, but that's probably going to be it.
That might be it. Yeah, I think that is going to be it. So they're going to have to pack the road jerseys for the first time in the playoffs.
Yeah, has not happened a lot for them. And you know, look, it's been a huge storyline, and Patrick Mahomes is as good as they come. But at some point, the quarterback's got to trust his receivers, and every drop, every penalty, every bonehead play, you got to think a little bit of that trust erodes.
Yeah, when you're watching a Chiefs game and you have the jingle and the song from the '90s in your head that Tony has dropped it again.
I know.
Instead of, I mean, that's a slight change of the words there, but that I mean, at what point in time you just don't trust him anymore? Like I can't throw him the football anymore. I cannot count on him. And with Rashee Rice, at least he's got he's got something working there. You've seen his role kind of grow and evolve during his rookie campaign. But outside of that, I don't know. There's a lot of trustworthy options other than the Hall of Fame tight end.
When it comes, and again, with him,
he's not the same guy either.
Well, he's not, and it's easier to cover him now, right?
Yeah.
You've got less to worry about.
Yeah, no, the field shrinks. You don't have that take the top off guy to try and give him more room to work. He still, though, somehow manages to get open a good bit of time.
So Kansas City still holding on to that 3 seed right now, but Jacksonville and Cleveland are right behind them. They're used to trying to hold on to that 1 seed. You got to hold on to the 3 seed, and so a game like this is massive for them as it relates to the playoff seeding.
Yeah, and you better block Max Crosby because I don't like that matchup for them on the edge, and that's somebody who can change the game pretty quickly. So that's one. I mean, telling you, this is going to be a competitive game. This is not going to be this is not going to be a blowout. This is not going to be one that gets away. I think this is going to be a 4-quarter fight. I really do.
It is Kansas City playing host to the Las Vegas Raiders Christmas Day game. We've also previewed right here at Disrupt the Media and DJ Football, Miami and Dallas. And we talked about the Baltimore, San Francisco 49ers game. You get those same place you get this one. Please set your alerts and subscribe at Disrupt the Media for DJ Football. It's presented, as always, by MyBookie.ag. Code next round. When you make that deposit, they give you a bonus up to $1,000. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.ag. Code next round. Also, manscaped.com. Code DJF20 for 20% off your initial order. He is Daniel Jeremiah of the NFL Network, and this is DJ Football.